if I ever see those signs again, I'm just gonna kind of ignore them for the most part because I just don't really care for the online features of this world. Also, hey buddy.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
Interesting.
Things are getting treacherous in these parts. A horrible goat demon has moved in below. And up above, there's that humongous drake and a bull demon too. If you stick around this place, it might end up being your grave. Here, I'm not here to chit-chat. We talk business or we talk nothing at all.
You got something else to say?
Here,
No.
I'm not here to chit-chat.
Okay.
We talk business.
Okay,
Hey,
okay.
What's the matter?
Oh yeah, if you're talking with someone and you just walk away, that happens. Oh, never mind. Oh, there we go. He even asked you like, oh, what was that all about? So anyway, friendly NPC merchant. He sells a lot of useful things, including the orange guidance soapstone, which I'm just gonna go ahead and buy. And then there's a couple other items that I want. Keep in mind, Dark Souls merchant slides don't work like other games. So the first tab is just a list of the generalized items. If you hit right on the D-pad, you can see other tabs of the store, and he has more to sell than just what's on the first page. So keep that in mind. I know that that's not obvious. Disasters are gone after the defeat of the Gravelord Servant. Okay, so, yeah, we're just gonna ignore the Gravelording shit. Let's go ahead and start using some of these soul items that we got, because there's a few items in his inventory that I do want. So we'll just use all of these. I know the menus are a little bit kludgy in this game, and if you're playing along with me, you've probably, you're probably confused. I've played this game for so long that I'm just genuinely used to how it controls, so it's not really a big deal for me anymore, but I can understand if you're having trouble with it. So we're gonna buy a few things. We're gonna buy first the residence key, very important. Bottomless box, also kind of important, not really. But he also sells a ton of different weapons. So scimitars, rapiers, hand axes, clubs, reinforced clubs. You can sit in that first area and grind up souls to get different weapons if you wanna try them out. For now though, the only thing that I'm really gonna be interested in is the heater shield right here. We're gonna purchase that. And then we're also going to purchase some standard bolts. We're going to purchase as many as I can. And I'll explain why when we get there. I know that what I'm doing seems a bit esoteric, but it's effective. I just went through this section of the game, all right? Like, I literally just played this like yesterday or the day before. So we're doing a more effective, more efficient version of the plan that I had before. So after buying from him, we're gonna head over here real quick and okay, we're gonna head over here because there are some secrets. There's another secret path that we're gonna explore, full of these guys. Let's just kill him. Oh wait, you know what? I never explained why I bought the heater shield. Here, you know what? He's a good example. So watch this. I'm blocking, but he's still doing damage to me, right? So let's just kill him to explain this bit of the gameplay. Let's explain how shields work. So, if we go to the cracked round shield, you don't need to worry about the attacks, or the attack damage or anything, because we're not attacking with shields. But what we are going to focus on is the right-hand side, which is labeled damage reduction %. So, the numbers in this little table here show the percentage of damage that is blocked per type. So you can see it blocks 65% of physical damage, 55% of magic, 10% fire, 45% lightning. Now the heater shield, on the other hand, is a 100% physical damage reduction shield. 70 to fire, 50 to lightning, but 30 to magic. So each shield has its purpose, right? Or presumably each shield has its purpose. But for now, the heater shield is important because it is one of the earliest shields in the game that gives you 100% physical damage reduction. So let's get attacked by this guy again. Look at that. No damage. Very, very useful to have. So you can very easily block a bunch of damage. I believe one of the starting classes also begins with this shield. So if you want something that is high defense early on, you can just pick the class that has the shield that I'm currently using. Because you can see their equipment in their hands when you're on the character select screen, so you can always get a better idea of what you're starting with. This is the earliest 100% damage reduction shield you can get in the game. And it's beat to fucking shit. Look at that. Look at those good, like, dings that are taken out of it. Ugh. Everything sucks in this game, including your gear, even though your gear is useful, and it'll never steer you wrong. And also, there we go. Secret jump. Secret jump for secret loot. And we'll head over here. This is what we wanted. A light crossbow and standard bolts. We're gonna need those standard bolts here in a little bit. Here, let's just run back down here. These guys are back. Ow, ow. Okay, you know what? See, it's a good thing I went and got that Estus Flask +1, wasn't it? Ooh. Oh, and there we go. That was a good example of something that just happened. The more you kill enemies in an area that still okay, there is a certain event that we'll go over that makes this event turn off. But because we haven't seen that event yet, I'll mention it when it comes up, don't worry. The more enemies you kill in an area, the more you build up to what's called a humanity drop. So you can see that my little 0 in the top left corner became a 1. So if I were to stand around here and kill a bunch of enemies for a long time, I could get up to 10 humanity for free. Now, it's not really an effective use of time, and it's not really an efficient way to get humanity. There are much more efficient ways to do it, but what you can consider it as, it's basically like, oh, if you're exploring an area and taking your time killing enemies, you can get a couple of humanity here and there for free. And that's really all you gotta worry about that for. And I'm still abusing the backstabs, because they're just so much fun. Ouch. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't want to worry about you anymore. Trying to think if there was anything I missed from that merchant guy, because I think I actually got everything that I wanted to get from him. Let me actually go look in his inventory a little bit more, because there is one thing I want from him, but it's gonna take a little bit of work to get. So let's go ahead and fight these guys again. A little bit inefficient, but you know. Hey, see? Okay, Pyromancy Flame, 143. Deals a good amount of damage. Ouch. Let's just kill. There we go. Titanite Shard, very useful. Hollow Soldier Armor. Hey, is that better armor? A little bit better. Look at me. Oh, I'm mid-rolling. Okay, so this is a very good example of equip weights and equip loads. So if we go into here and we hit Y, there we go. You can see on the far right-hand side, the third item from the top is your equip load. And the Hollow Soldier Armor is very heavy. There are 3 types of encumbrance in this game. There is a light roll, a medium roll, a fat roll, and over encumbered. It's pretty much the same in every FromSoft game, like the weight system is how it works. And again, it's not what you have in your pockets, it's what you have equipped. So this is the light roll. This is what the light roll currently looks like. And if you want to have more damage, well, medium roll. Honestly, the medium roll in this game, it's not terrible. And having more defense is always a good thing. So, yeah, let's just go medium roll for a little bit. And besides, honestly look kind of good in this. All right.
Oh, still keeping up, then go ahead. Don't be a nitwit.
Don't be a nitwit.
When your days are numbered.
Oh, fair enough. Is there anything else I want from Homeboy here? He gave me his heater shield. I got the repair box. I got the key. I don't think I need anything else from him. Let's buy a few more standard bolts, just to be safe.
Thank you, kind.
All right. Now.
Gone mad, have you? I'll teach you. Why me, little Julia?
Yeah. So you can kill every NPC in this game. Well, almost every NPC in this game. And there's a reason why I wanted to kill him. He has a unique weapon that only he has, and it's called the Uchi Katana. The Uchi Katana is a katana forged in an eastern land known for its brisk slashing motions. The Uchi Katana cuts beautifully and causes bleeding, but its blade is easily nicked. This is a very, very good starting weapon. However, it requires a little bit of an investment into dex. So, we will come back, we will build ourselves up for the Uchi Katana over the course of these next, I don't know, few minutes. It doesn't take long to get levels in this game specifically, at least at the early levels. Again, this is why we picked the Pyromancer, so we can get more levels for the same amount of souls. So we'll build up to getting the Uchi, because I do want to use it. It's a very, very good weapon. It's one of the better starting weapons. And honestly, like, you could consider the fucking Zweihander to be a starting weapon, considering you get it like right at the start of the fucking game. It's just, you know, requires a little bit of investment, like the Uchi. Actually, you know what? Let me actually, I want to see if we can wield it yet. No, not able to wield it at all. So what I didn't know is that when you equip it, it'll tell you like, oh, you can wield it in both hands to effectively use the weapon. Something I never actually noticed. So yeah, you can tell when you're able to wield a strength weapon using both of your hands. You just gotta like actually read the menus, which is something I never do. Fuck you. Bitch. Get rocked. So yeah, it doesn't take very long to get levels for this kind of thing. And we only need, how many levels do we need? It requires 14, we have 11 decks. So we only need 3 levels. That's like what? 2,700 souls around that range. We can get 2,700 souls real easy. Speaking of easy, again, I want to stress, Dark Souls is not a hard game. You know, if you ever feel intimidated by the FromSoft series, or like Elden Ring, or even Sekiro, well, actually, Sekiro is actually genuinely challenging. Like, I got fucking filtered by Sekiro. But the Souls games, they're only as hard as you make them, you know? And knowledge will carry you far. So if you know where certain things are, and you know the weaknesses of certain enemies, and you know how gear works, you know, you'll have a much easier time going through the game. Obviously, that's just how video games work. And if anyone out there is trying to tell you that, oh, I got another humanity at some point, look at that. Jesus Christ. If someone out there is trying to make you feel bad for using certain gear or making the game easier on yourself because you're looking for a more fun experience, you can kill them. Like, I give you my permission to absolutely fucking murder those people, because don't make a person feel bad for enjoying a game a different way than you, you know? And I think that those gatekeeping fuckasses make this series a lot more unapproachable than it could be. Because Dark Souls, like I said, it's one of the best games ever fucking made. I'm about to die. No, I didn't. Okay, good. And people are like keeping others away from playing it just because they want to use summons, or because they want to, you know, look up a guide. Like, whatever, man. It's a fucking, like, it's only game. Why you have to be mad? You do not have to be mad. It's only game. Look at that over there. It's a little Gravelord sign. We're going to ignore that. Oh god. This video game and its community is a pretty wild experience. So, we head over to this door. We can use the residence key. I believe, okay, I should actually explain that. So, basically what that pop-up means is that the Gravelording has ended, and your world should be easier now that the Gravelord is dead. Well, they never spawned in the first place because I'm not in New Game Plus. And the fact that any of this happens during New Game at all is kind of wild. It's a very obtuse mechanic, and one that I felt like could have been handled better. And I feel like a lot of the community will echo that. It's like, Gravelording could have been done better, but, you know, That's just kind of the world we live in. As much as I like gravelording as a concept, you know, making other people's worlds harder for the fucking fun of it, and then they can invade you and to make your world, to make their world easier again. The fact that it's locked behind New Game Plus is it's just lame. Anyway, like I said, Dark Souls is not hard, right? If you take your time and you go through the areas and you actually observe what's happening and you look around at the enemies that are around you, it's not, you know, you'll have a bad time if you try to bum rush through it. And that's what happens to a lot of people when they fail at a boss and try to rush through an area. So it's something you just gotta like be patient with. And as weird as it seems, Dark Souls is actually my comfort game in a way, in that it's a world that I can just sort of come back to and explore again, no matter what's going on in my life, you know? And it's like a good anchor kind of game, where it's like I have the same experience every time and I can come back and I can just like sort of look around and discover new things that I just never fucking observed before. Like that. I know that doesn't make sense to a lot of new players, but it makes sense to me. And speaking of easy, it's this guy. So this is a Black Knight. They are rare enemies, relatively rare enemies, that will rock your shit if you're not careful. Oh, he heard me. Shit. All right, well. Oh, Mr. Black Knight. Oh, no. Are you getting your shit rocked by a hollow with a fucking, with a little morning star in his hand? Oh, Mr. Black Knight, you do not know how to fight your opponents. No! You got parried again, Mr. Black Knight. When will you learn? When will you learn? Do it again. Do it again. Huh? Do it again. Oh! He thought he pulled a fast one on me. He thought he could get through, but you can't. You can't, Black Knight. You can't. Oh, you're a fucking pussy. Ah, okay. So, one of the things that happens with Black Knights is they have the ability to drop their weapons as unique drops. But Black Knights are also some of the few enemies that if you kill them, they don't respawn. So, in the last time I record, like in my previous attempt at recording this series, he dropped his sword. And I was very excited about that. I actually might put the clip in here because it was actually pretty cool. You piece. Yo! What? Okay, that is a huge drop. Okay, so he doesn't always drop that sword. That is huge. 18 dex though. Holy shit. Great sword of the Black Knights who wander Lordran, used to face chaos demons. The large motion that puts the weight of the body into the attack reflects the great size of their adversaries long ago. This is a good sword. I really, really like this sword. Kind of crazy that I was able to get the drop on the first go around, and I'm hoping I'm able to get some of the other Black Knight weapons. And, you know, unfortunately, that didn't happen in this playthrough, so I will not have access to the Black Knight Greatsword yet. There are ways for me to get it, but yeah, for the time being, I just don't have it. As much as I would like to use it, I cannot. Anyway, barrel. Oh, okay. I tried to be cool. I tried to be super cool and roll through it, but I did not. So I feel like the Black Knight is the perfect epitome of just like, oh, hey, you dropped a longsword, and they're dropping the armor again. There's a lot of stuff. Oh, I should also mention, the more humanity you have, the more drop chance, like the more likely it is for enemies to drop items. So maybe if I had popped a couple more humanities, maybe that would help out, but maybe I'll do that for the next Black Knight that shows up. There's actually a couple that I have in mind that I want to fight, like, soon. Also, speaking of knowledge, this guy, look at him! Look at this motherfucker! Look at this doofy looking dude! Oop! Come on. Alright, ooh, Twinkling Titanite. Good. Good. So this guy is a Crystal Lizard. He is another rare enemy. And all he does is he has no attacks. All he does is he runs, he carries unique loot, and if you let him run for too long, he will disappear. So, knowing where they are, which, you know, amazing treasure ahead, lizard ahead, there you go, using the signs on the floor as a guide, you can tell where things usually are. And, ooh, look at that. Well, okay, you know, like, I think that these fog walls, they're not always gonna have a boss behind them, will they? You know, I feel like it'll be fine. I feel like it'll be fine. No, look at that. There's another fog wall over there. Wonder what's going on over here. Oh, hello. Ah, there's guys up there. Look at that. Okay, cool. So there's guys up there. We can easily take them down. You know? What is it? 2 crossbow guys? We can handle that. Ooh. You know what? I'm just gonna backstab you. Fuck you, bitch. Come on, I wanna parry you. Ooh! He thought. And you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, we got this gold pine resin item and we never actually read what it does. So here, let's see what this does. Rare pine resin, which emits golden sparks, applies lightning to right-hand weapon. Effective weapon inflicts rare lightning damage, making it more effective against targets which are both resilient to magic and fire. Very effective against dragon family foes. Now, a little bit of lore that this game doesn't really tell you is that there's actually a third type of enemy who's pretty weak to lightning damage. And that's demons. Demons are very weak to lightning. So this is why knowledge of where items are is very useful for a game like this. Ouch, that hurt. He's kind of killing me right now, but that's okay because we have Lightning Morning Star. Ooh, and the plunging attack. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Let's just, yeah, let's try and back away real quick. Try to get some heals. Okay. Whoa, how did I get past that? Holy shit. Ouch. Come on. Okay. Gotta say, this is not going nearly as well as the last time I did this. Let's try to apply another gold pine resin. I probably could have applied that more efficiently. That's also where that guy who I invaded, that grave lord that I invaded, that's where he got the lightning damage on his sword. He just found the gold pine resin a little bit earlier in the zone and is now using it to twink early enemies or early players. So he's kind of a dickhead, but whatever. We killed the big Taurus demon. And how many souls did we actually get for that? We got 3,000 souls. Nice. Look at that.